Okay, so I got a camera here. It's a pretty nice camera. You might have saw something there. It's a bit of a preview for something else, but I figure, I got a camera here. Why not make this PC build kind of thing? So we got AMD FX unlocked here. It doesn't say, oh, there we go. It says up there what it is. It's a bit blurry because autofocus is not a thing, or maybe it is. I don't remember. Oh, look at that. I can focus it manually. Or never mind, that's autofocus screwing up. Never mind. Then we got this over here. Yeah. So, got a black box here. Haven't opened it yet. Don't know if it has tape or something. Kind of just doing this as I go. Okay, I have it upside down. There we go. Asus, in search of incredible. Also, I got 3 lights in here, so look at that. 3 lights. Plenty of light in here to see what it is we're doing. Alright. And of course I'm doing this in one hand because I'm holding the camera with the other, because I don't know where my camera stand is. This is my dad's house, by the way, so excuse the mess. You can see where I got the mess from. Also, my dad's really into model railroads. In fact, I've never thought to look inside of these, and there might be, a lot of really cool stuff in there. But in any case, here's my my new GPU inside the nice the nice little like casing they bring it with. And then we got some stuff in here. You've got now you've got your gear. It's time to play World of Warships with the camera thing dangling there. Also elementary, because I use elementary OS. I thought this had a code on it. Get your digital invite from the redemption site upon successful. Oh, if I register my GPU. Also, I already dropped the processor once pulling it out, but it's solid state. It doesn't matter. Now the graphics card, if I drop that might that is possible to have caused damage. I don't know if this GPU tweak thing is any good or not, but I'll install it anyhow. Because with a GPU like this, it doesn't really matter if it's good or not, because the GPU is so good that it'll be great. Wonder if there's anything in here about how I should install it or something. Power off your computer and unplug the power cables. Yeah, it's probably a good idea, considering, trying to do it while it's running. Not a good idea. Oh, it does have this little thing about how it has these screws in here. That's cool. And then it talks about auxiliary power connector. I like how it says note if your graphics card has auxiliary power connectors, as if they use the exact same instruction manual for everything from the low end to the high end. So one nice thing about the case I got here, it's a cheap case. It's real cheap. It's real basic. But one nice thing about it, oh yeah, I have my DEF CON sticker on there, which is pretty cool. One nice thing about it is these screws make it really easy to take that off and take a look at what's inside here. So right in there, what we have right now for the processor is a AMD FX 6300. This is FX 8350, as I already said, or at least pointed at. PSU, I got a really good well, not really good, but I got a decent PSU, so I won't have to worry about power. My old graphics card is a HD 7850 with only 1 gig of VRAM. The standard version has 2 gigs of VRAM, and it's a Sapphire. Now, you might notice the way it's attached there is a little bit strange, and that's because the the case, being a cheap case, didn't have the holes at the appropriate location. They're also kind of blocked. See, basically what happens is there's some things on one side of the case that are in the right spot and things on the other side that are in the wrong spot. So we had to drill it out and put some custom stuff in there to hold it in place better. So I'm going to have to get like a screwdriver and a wrench. Also, you might have noticed this little bit here. That's essentially because what would happen is this little adapter here kept going into the blades of the fan while it was on, and obviously that's a bad thing for obvious reasons. You can see I got my 2 hard drives in here. So one of these is most of my data and games. I don't remember which one. I could probably find out if I took the time to look at my manual and where the SATA cables go. And then the other one's my recording drive. You can see there's some hair and dust, and I need to clean this out. And then here's my SSD that has Windows on it. And wow, it's actually screwed in place now. For the longest time, I actually had this in here completely loose. You can see it's still loose, but the thing is, it's a solid state thing, so it's not really going to hurt it to move around a bit, and so I just don't worry about it. And you know what? It just occurred to me, the vibration I get sometimes with my computer, it might actually be the SSD. I don't think it is, because typically I can solve it by putting pressure on the case, so I think it's something to do with the case itself. In fact, I've narrowed it down to it's like this area right here. I think it's actually the connection between this piece and the rest of the case. So it really shouldn't be that, but who knows. I got 4 gig sticks. Oh yeah, look at that. It says I know I have it upside down, but you can see the motherboard I got there. And that's pretty much everything. I got this extra fan that I plugged in, because my computer wasn't getting the best air. So now I'm going to stop recording and get this GPU out, and I guess get this CPU out as well. Alright, so at this point I've removed the GPU and the CPU. In fact, that's the new CPU that's in there now. The old one is right there, looking very smudgy and terrible. And fortunately I have some of this Arctic Silver thermal compound left over from the last computer I worked on, and I had to go look up how to remove it, because I don't remember, because I built this thing, like 2 years ago, something like that. And now I don't remember exactly how much thermal compound you should use. So there's this channel called Linus Tech Tips that's really useful, and I trust them to know what to do. And so I'm going to say how much thermal compound. I like how the first recommended result was how much RAM. So thermal paste application methods, which one is the best? And obviously I'm going to cut this out because, I don't want to steal their stuff. Yeah, workshop. The hell? That's interesting. Well, I'll watch this and then we'll go from there. But before I do that though, let's go ahead and take the graphics card out. In fact, I need to get confused about my own camera's setup here, and move the box that the GPU came in, which currently has some other stuff in it, like my gloves. And if I'm wrong about this, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure it would be safe to put it on this. That is, if I don't have my camera on upside down like an idiot, because, screw it. Also, you can hear my thing banging against the camera, and that's not so hot, as well as a very loud bag opening. Now remember, it's very important to ground yourself when working with electronics. So as you will soon see, I am standing barefoot on carpet and not using any form of anything to do that. So don't do what I'm doing, okay? That said, I am fairly experienced with this stuff. I do know what I'm doing. I just am lazy and not good when it comes to being respectful and responsible. So yes, I'm gonna peel this. Ooh, yeah, this is a terrible place to put this, and trying to do it one-handed as well. I know. I will sit in this chair. There you go, so I can peel away down the line here. Get this all the way open, so we can stare at the beautiful black casing that hides all of the goodies. Which, to be honest, I'm kind of I'd rather see all the goodies. Hi, dog. Hi, Striker. This does not need your assistance. Sorry, puppy. Yeah, okay. You can check there later. You can check for crumbs later. Yeah, he knows I eat back here, so he comes by and helps himself if I've dropped anything. Oh, that piece is like dips in there. It's like plastic. That's like well, it's the other part's plastic too, but it's like it kind of dips in there in a weird way. And is that freaking like spider web thing or something that was on my hand there? Look at that. Wow, that's cool. You can see where there's like a heat sink on there from the screws coming out. Man, it'd be fun to disassemble this thing. I'm not going to, though. No, thank you. I do love the look of this fan. Like, this is... Oh, it's so cool looking. Apparently this is a really quiet graphics card as well. So that'll be nice when I go to do things. In fact, you know what? That little plastic tab that I just pulled off, I'm going to put that back on there. Because I need to do this thermal compound thing on my CPU before I mess any further with this. So, now I got the new CPU heatsink and CPU on there. And I actually didn't use the Arctic Thermal because I forgot that these come with pre-applied paste. So I just used the pre-applied paste because that's good enough for me. So I'm not too worried about it. Also, I didn't notice it first, but yes, it is definitely a bigger heatsink and a bigger fan, and those copper rods going into it as well. So yes, this is definitely a better heatsink. I was pretty sure about that. Also, that one's dirty with stuff that I can't get out. I straight up can't get it out. So that's good beside the point. I kind of forgot to mention. I was gonna show it, but there's kind of this I don't know if it's damage to the board or if it's just aesthetic or if it's, actually could cause damage or issue. But there's, the board part of it is kind of white. Like, you see how right here, there's this little bit that's kind of grayish white. Almost looks like, actually, you know what? I think that was dust, because I just blew it off mostly. In any case, I had to take out the, this card was actually where the other black one is right now. And I had to take those, well, it really didn't make a difference, but I was having some trouble with the CPU, so I decided to take out the RAM to kind of help me figure that out. So let's see if I can get the camera to position right. Not really, not without a proper setup, but yes. Now I'm putting the RAM back in, and having a little trouble with that because I'm an idiot, and I probably won't damage my RAM, but I might, so that'll be fun, I said lying. As if it really would be fun, because it obviously won't be. And you're just staring at, I believe, my monitor over there. The main bus on the motherboard is getting in the way of putting in this last stick of RAM. There we got it. There we go. Had to force it a little bit, which isn't very good. I also just noticed that this like sticker thing or whatever on the RAM is crooked, so that's kind of funny. But in any case, new CPU fan in there. Everything else is kind of as it was. Oh, you know what? I did not actually finish putting it on there because there's this little lever that you have to twist all the way around, even though it feels like you're going to break it the whole time you're twisting it. Yeah, I remember this being like this on the first one too. You feel like you're going to break it the entire time, and it freaks you out, but it's fine. And so now we have the graphics card. This is a bit big, but it will fit. Kind of worried about fucking up putting this on, so I'm going to turn off the camera for now. I also took one of the plugs off the end there for the... did I take out a DVI plug? I did. I mean, not DVI, DisplayPort. I took out a DisplayPort plug. I meant to take out an HDMI, but I really wasn't paying attention. I was actually taking them all out, and then I realized, wait, why take them out if I'm not going to use them right now? So it turns out it was a good idea to remove these, or at least one of them, because that top HDMI one actually prevented me from getting the card in. So I actually re-ran one of the power cables to my hard drives, well, hard drive and SSD. You see I haven't plugged the SSD back in yet, which, good thing I noticed that just now, because I was about to plug this all in and boot it up without that plugged in, which obviously wouldn't work. You can see I have the power cable for the graphics card here. See, that's there, everything else is all set up, nothing's getting in the way of anything else. All the power cables still go about where they did. Things are a little bit different. This I'm going to have to rearrange when I put the case back together, not to get in the way. This cable here I am slightly worried about when it comes to heat, but not that much, just because it's touching against the graphics card there. But I've put one of those screws back in. You can see here, I've put one of those back in to hold the new graphics card in. It doesn't quite go in like I'd like, and it's because of the shitty case. That's why. But we have it here, and I'm not a what's the word I'm looking for? Superstitious kind of person. But one of the superstitions about building a computer is that you always turn it on once and make sure it boots successfully before you put the cover back on. And Mainly I'm just lazy. I don't want to put the cover back on right now, so I'm going to go ahead and boot her up. Alright, so monitor plugged in, on, plugged into computer, computer plugged in, power's on. Now one last little thing I'm going to do is go over here to this backpack, pull out wireless mouse, put that there, and then go to this backpack, well, same backpack. I do have another one there, and another little bag thing there, and my camera case, which is beautiful, and also the camera thingy lens cover popping in and out of view. But in any case, here we go. Gonna have ourselves a little test. So turn the keyboard on, get the little adapter out for the wireless. There we go. Alright, turn that on as well. Turn the monitor on. Turn the computer on. I have to admit, I freaked out for a split second there, because I thought it wasn't going to turn on, and I was like, oh god, no. And this is saying no signal, which I'm guessing is because I have it on the wrong monitor. That's the wrong button. Did I plug it into HDMI 2? We shall find out. Ugh. Or HDMI 2 will also say no source, in which case I will have a miniature panic attack. Yep, time for a miniature panic attack. Oops, in which I hit the wrong buttons. And then I finally hit the right buttons. Switch back to HDMI 1. And have another panic attack, I'm guessing. Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. Okay. So, don't know what's going on. Time to recheck all the cables. We have grub. I repeat, we have grub. So literally all I did was I turned it off, checked that the GPU was seated properly. I unplugged the other, where's the plugs? There we go. I unplugged the other HDMI port and I plugged it into that one instead. And because I guessed maybe since I don't have drivers yet, that one of the HDMI ports is the preferred one and it won't accept the connection on the other one. Not sure if that's accurate or not, but in any case, I did get me to grub in the completely wrong resolution, which tells me that we do have no drivers. Or at least, I don't know, maybe it'll always boot in that resolution from now on, but in any case, I'm going to put it into Windows. I got myself a USB, USB disk drive. I'm going to put in its disk, install drivers, update from internet, go from there. In fact, I have an Ethernet cable over there that I forgot to plug in, so, yep, we're good to go. Hopefully. I mean, things can always go wrong at this point.